god, they're so cute. Chester, come here, say hi to the camera. Oh my god. I've been sitting Chester for the last 4 days, but he's leaving me in about 15 minutes. My apartment is a mess right now because I'm going on a really big trip in 4 days, so just doing a lot of organizing right now. Today is Monday, President's Day. Do you guys know that? Oh my god, why are dogs so amazing and so cute? Okay, bye. I have work, but it's been really slow today because most people have this day off. But you guys, I'm pretty stressed, not gonna lie, because I'll be going on a 2-week trip to Asia this Thursday evening. I'm flying out around midnight on Thursday. So there's a lot of prepping to do. I've been also editing a lot of videos so that I can have these videos posted while I'm gone. Another thing, guys, is that Andrew and I are moving in April, so that's in a month and a half. We've been touring some apartments, but it's kind of at that awkward time right now where it's a little too early to start looking, because usually in New York City, when you find apartments, they're usually wanting you to move in right away or probably like max 2 weeks out. And it's a little bit early right now, so we're kind of just casually looking. But when we get back from our trip the second week of March, that's when we're gonna kind of start hardcore touring apartments, because our goal is to move in the first week of April, or even just kind of throughout April, because our lease here in this current apartment ends end of April. So just got a lot going on right now. Trying to do everything one by one and not just overwhelm myself too much. I can't believe I'm being this vulnerable with you guys right now. But yes, this is my very sad looking dinner. I'm kind of on a diet right now because I will be going to Asia and I know I'm gonna eat so much good food there. So I'm just trying to portion control, but also just eat a little bit cleaner. Thus I have spaghetti with a little bit of vodka pasta sauce, broccoli that's been blanched. I've got some tomatoes and eggs. I know it's not appetizing, but I'm also trying to clean out the fridge right now and use up all the ingredients that we have before our trip. This is the real me. This is the unedited version of me. I've also just been super busy with editing. I'm going to be editing all night today, so this is kind of the quickest thing as well that I can make right now. I hope you guys have been liking my Guatemala series. I'm currently editing tips on traveling in Guatemala because I feel like there's not that much info on it online. And so I feel like it could be helpful for a lot of you who want to travel there as well. Okay, I know this shouldn't be part of the diet, but since we are cleaning out the fridge, there is a half bottle of sake still that I have from Lunar New Year. I just want to be able to kind of finish so we don't waste it. And now I'm going to spend the rest of my Monday night editing. I am making cod miso soup for dinner today. A while ago I bought a bulk pack of cod fillets, and so I usually like to have miso soup because it's healthy, you can control the amount of sodium, and it's easy. But then I figured to add some protein in it, I would put some cod in. And then since I forgot to make rice in advance today, or I didn't tell Andrew to make it while I was at work, I'm gonna use some frozen rice cakes instead as the carb, so it could fill me up, because soups alone do not fill me up unless it's with rice. And in this case, I didn't make rice. And this little guy down here decided to make 2 accidents in the house today while I was gone. I think he does that after Chester, the dog that I sit, leaves because he wants to assert some sort of dominance, even though the other dog is gone. I don't know why. He's crazy. So we've just been dealing with that. While I wait for my soup to boil, I wanted to show you guys two things that I got that I really like. These are some jewelry pieces that came in the mail today because I've been shopping for this Asia trip. The first one are these vintage silver earrings that I got on Etsy. They are so cute. These are not clip-ons either. And I've been really into silver jewelry lately. I feel like these would be really nice with just like a simple gray top. And then I got this ring from Madewell. I usually don't like to buy jewelry at all from like fast fashion brands, but this was so pretty and I've been wanting a ring like this for a long time, and I got like 2-day shipping on it, so I ordered it. There you go. It's kind of this irregular dome ring, and it's not matte, but it's also not glossy. It's kind of like the perfect in between. This looks so yummy.
If you wanted one of our like cakes that we already have over here,
Oh my god. Everything looks amazing. Dark chocolate layered cake. I got this all natural Pinot Noir. I'm gonna have it with my dessert. This place is one of our favorite Italian bakeries where we live, and we figured we might as well go get it before we move because the chance that we're gonna get it in the future is probably very slim. But they have my favorite carrot cake. Yummy. Oh. It's so good. After I enjoy this carrot cake, I have so much to do. I'm gonna start packing today, at least the majority of my clothes. Then I gotta edit a video. Then I gotta finish uploading a video. This cake is probably the highlight of my day. That sounds really sad. I'm about to pour a glass of my immune boosting juice. This juice I made has carrots, ginger, lemon, and oranges. I've been making this juice like every single week now, and usually I've noticed that I very unfortunately get sick often before a trip. I think it's because of just like stress before trips sometimes. So I like to just have this so that I can ensure that my immune system is taken care of and that I will not get sick before a trip, because that's like probably the worst thing that could ever happen, really.
It's just that
I put a lot of ginger in this because I had a lot of ginger I had to use up.
I went over it yesterday.
Ooh, so there's a kick. So our flight is later today at 11, and Andrew and I are still working today, and I just got some takeout. Oh, honey roasted barbecue pork. We are all packed up for the most part. I would say 90%. We still have to put all of our toiletries and my makeup and all that stuff away. But I am bringing a carry-on. It's pretty stuffed. It's also a little bit overweight, but that's okay. And then I'm also bringing this, which is my personal item. Fits everything in here. And then I just have to put my toiletry bag here. I did bring a packable backpack because I know I'll be buying things and gifts and souvenirs and stuff like that. So that's gonna be my extra bag when I come back to New York City. I really wanted to show you guys what I packed, honestly, but everything's already neatly inside, and then I just feel like I have no energy right now for that. Nothing too crazy though. It's gonna be in the 70s and sometimes 80s where I'm going. So it's a lot of summer clothes, but sometimes in Taiwan, it does get a little bit chilly at night given that it is February. So I'm also bringing a jacket. So a new bomber jacket that I just got. Okay friends, it is time. I'm flying out to Asia tonight and I'll be there for the next 2 weeks. I wanted to kind of run you guys down on the itinerary a little bit and then get to the point talking about the main purpose of today's video. So we're gonna be flying from New York City to Taipei, and then from there, Andrew and I are gonna spend a couple of days alone, just me and him. Then we're gonna meet up with my brother, his fiance, and my parents, and we're all gonna spend the next 5 days or so in Taipei, as well as the hometown of where my dad is from. After that, my brother and his fiance are gonna split from us, and then I'm gonna take my parents around with Andrew to Bangkok and Hong Kong. This family trip has been in the making for, I would say, under a year now. The main premise was that it's supposed to be my brother and his fiance's honeymoon. So his fiance is actually in med school, so she has limited time to take off throughout the year. Since they love to travel and they've always wanted to take an extended trip to Asia, they've decided that they were gonna do their honeymoon before the wedding just because it makes the most sense based off of her schedule. Since they knew that they wanted their honeymoon in Asia to include Taiwan in the itinerary, they thought that it'd also be a good idea for us to fly our parents out there and kind of do like a family trip in Taiwan, because my dad hasn't been back to Taiwan in over 10 years. And then my mom hasn't been back in about 5 to 6 years. And then my brother hasn't been back since he was like in middle school. And then of course I decided that I would tag along. My brother thought that it'd be fun if we were all together. So then this whole thing became a family trip idea. And then I told my parents that I also wanted to take them to some other countries since we're all the way over there in Asia already, and they both really haven't traveled through Asia. I wanted to take them to some places. So I chose Bangkok and Hong Kong to take my parents. I haven't taken 2 weeks off of work in a really long time, actually. I think since 2019, just because I choose to take shorter trips so that I can cover more destinations just to produce like more content for my channel. This trip though is different, and I'm about to open up to y'all about the main meaning of this trip and what it's going to be like for me, what I'm feeling, what I'm expecting, and so forth. This might get a little deep, so I'm a little bit nervous. So I grew up going to Taiwan a lot during the summer, and I even lived in Taiwan for a few years during my childhood. Weren't the best years of my childhood when I was living there, but I did learn a lot and I really grew to appreciate my culture as I became an adult. Thinking back, I think I always knew that I loved being Taiwanese even as a child, but I think having a very unstable family dynamic and with us moving around a lot, it just kind of masked that love for being Taiwanese. I'm not close with my relatives in Taiwan, but there are a lot of faces that I grew up seeing, mostly on my dad's side. My dad is Hakka, and he grew up in the countryside of Taiwan in a small town called Miaoli. None of my relatives speak English. They've never been to America really, and some of them don't even speak Mandarin because they speak Hakka, which is a dialect. My parents never pushed me to get close to my relatives just because I think they weren't very close to them themselves, so I don't know them very well, and plus I know that there's a lot of family drama that goes on. So my only immediate family is in America. My relationship with my parents is very complicated. I don't think I'll ever quite open up here on the internet about it, but if you're Asian American with conservative, closed-minded immigrant parents, then you probably get most of it already. My mom has always had high expectations for me, even until now. She expects me to get married and have children because that's just a woman's duty. She doesn't believe in happiness until retirement. She thinks that I'm disobedient from living away from her, and she doesn't even know that I travel as much as I do. She doesn't even know about this channel, you guys, because I I don't think she would be very happy if she did. I've gone to therapy dealing with my childhood trauma, and it's something that I'm constantly working on. And as I get older, I try harder to put aside my resentment for what's happened in the past so that I can be happy. I can be as happy as you guys see me when I'm traveling in my videos. Traveling has helped me realize a ton, and I think as my parents get older and are nearing the age of retirement, I just really would love for them to experience the happiness that I experience when I travel. My parents don't enjoy themselves. They think they do, but as they are coming closer to retirement, my mom is always telling me that she has no idea what she's going to do because she has no interests, no hobbies, and no real community. I know that I'll never be able to fill those voids for her, so I just want to be able to step in where I can. And that's saying a lot, because if you were to talk to Julie 10 years ago, I don't think I would have been able to put aside the trauma and the resentment that I've had to be able to spend time with my parents and travel with them, splurge on hotels and food with them, deal with their constant bickering and nagging whenever we're out, and etc. But they're not going to be around forever, and I just want to make sure that they're okay. I want to help fill their life with fun experiences, and I just want to be able to treat them to things that they've never been able to buy for themselves. So that's why this trip is a little bit stressful for me, not just the physical aspect, but I think also the emotional aspect. Just because going back to Taiwan with my family is crazy. All four of us, we haven't been there together in over 10 years. So this is going to be a very personal and bittersweet trip for me that I know I'll cherish forever at a place that's very, very special to me. Taiwan just makes me so, so happy. And despite all of the chaos and the painful childhood memories that I've had there, I can't believe that to me it's still a place of comfort. Taiwan is small, but it's resilient, it's freeing, it's authentic, and it's proud. And I'm proud. I'm very proud to be Taiwanese. So I'm going to be vlogging less when I'm spending time with my family during the 5 days in Taiwan, just because I want to stay present. I want to be able to connect with my relatives again, and I want to just be able to process the fact that I'm even in Taiwan with my family. I'll probably be really stressed too, because traveling with my Asian parents just gives me complete anxiety. So to cope with that, I'll probably eat a lot when I'm there. You know what? Actually, I should probably make it a food vlog, because I know I'll be eating some amazing food. If you guys didn't know, Taiwan is known for food. And I remember going back to Taiwan as a kid, my parents and I, we would eat like 5 meals a day, literally, because there's food everywhere. Everything is so hot and fresh and good and cheap. So every summer I would come back from Taiwan weighing a little bit heavier. I'm sure that's gonna be the case in this trip as well. Anyways, thank you for listening to this rant about what this trip means to me. I need to finish up work, finish packing now, tick off a million things to do on my list. Make sure to check out all of my recent videos on Guatemala and comment if you have any questions. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!